Audi Q5. It's only the second generation and we've waited long enough, but I think it was worth it. We know the Q5 from 2008 and was the first smaller version of the Q7. In 2011, the family was joined by the even smaller Q3. A big front mask with LED lights means it's difficult to miss this car on the road. The shape of the medium-sized vehicle means it doesn't look just like a lifted A3, but rather a smaller version of its bigger brother. I especially like the sharp lines on the bonnet and the side profile. The tinted windows are almost a must on a car like this, as they give it a breath of aggressiveness and mysteriousness. Imitation exhaust tips on the back. The chrome will stay nice and shiny as the actual exhausts are under the bumper. At the back, like you would expect, a motorized boot, but it actually is very big. Everything opens to the sides. So in case it rains, you'll find that you can walk quite far before you'll actually feel that it's raining. The boot itself, well, it's quite big, although you might not see that because first of all, we have a lot of equipment in there. Secondly, we kind of just threw it in there without any reason. And well, we're transporting something big from Audi, which we dare not open. When you buy an SUV, you of course want an SUV shape, a bigger car. But more often than not, it happens that the people at the front have a lot of space or okay space, and you at the back don't really have a lot of space. In the Q5 though, there's a lot of space for the people at the front and really a lot of space for you at the back. I could actually almost stretch my legs, and I'm not the smallest of persons. Now, these seats are also very comfortable. And I get my own climate controls over here, and this nice armrest with a sci-fi feature. The quality of the interior elements needs to be mentioned. The surfaces are nice to the touch, and all the buttons have a satisfying click to them. We already know the Audi climate controls. It looks good and has physical buttons with capacitive touch. And then there's the gear shifter, which makes you feel like you're sitting in a jet fighter. For the kids, or those that are like kids at heart, you can easily lock the rear doors. The rear passengers will definitely feel comfortable on the leather seats. Being inside the Q5 really gives you the feeling of enjoying a first-class seat on an overseas flight. The seats in the back, as I said, are very comfortable, and so are the seats in the front. In fact, they're very supportive in the corners, but not uncomfortably so. So a big plus for the Q5. Now the steering wheel, it's lovely leather wrapped. I really don't have any complaints. I would still take the S-Line one because of the perforated leather, which is just fantastic to use. Behind the steering wheel, I've got half analog, half digital instruments. Well, the instruments are analog, which are still beautiful in the Audi, but I also have a big digital screen on which currently, for example, I have navigation. If you prefer, you can take the fully digital instruments where you get a really giant screen so you can have huge navigation or whatever your fancy is. Now, over on the center console, where the climate controls are, I know I always say this with Audis, but I have to say it again, the buttons and the little knobs are just so mechanically fantastic to use. If you're a kid like me, you'll be constantly going, oh, do I want 17 degrees? No, I'll have 17 and a half. Ooh, that's a nice feeling. No, maybe I'll go back to 17, just to fiddle with it a little bit more. Nice, big and prestigious, the new Q5 sports good shapes and offers a plethora of optional extras, with which you can customize your own purchase. The price is also big and prestigious. The base model starts at €42,000, while a fully equipped Q5 with the most powerful 2-liter petrol engine with 185 kilowatts, quattro drive and automatic gearbox comes up to almost €100,000.